Okay, so I'm on Vincent today, and I've basically set up what you would find in the Clifton ring at the show, and I wanted to do a tutorial on this because I thought I think it would help a lot of riders, hopefully, because I see a lot of problems that happen in the competition ring often stem from the Clifton ring. The Clifton ring can be a very stressful place. You know, you might not be able to get the jump when you want it. There's people coming off the left and right, it's busy. All these factors come in, but you have to just try and warm your horse up, stay in tune with your horse, think about what you're doing with your horse, and don't get too worked up with everything that's going on. Try and stay relaxed. I know it's easier said than done, but I think that's the best bit of advice is yeah, be prepared. You know, get on, you know, give yourself plenty of time. There's nothing worse than getting on too late and then having to rush through your warm-up and rushing your horse, and then you make a mistake in the ring, and you know, deep down you feel, oh God, it's because my warm-up wasn't right. You know, we want to get the warm-up right and consistent all the time. So you've got to find what works for you as a rider, because everyone's a bit different. Like what works for me, for example, is if I'm jumping a Grand Prix, for example, and I might watch the first couple of horses go, and then that's if I'm 18th to go. But no, if I watch a few, and basically I get on the horse when there's 16 riders before me. So there's 16 before me. That's when I get on. Then I do my warm-up routine on the flat. You know, work them left and right. I'll have already loosened them up in the morning. So work them left and right, work through my routine. I do a bit of lengthening and shortening, and just make sure all my buttons are working, if you like, and I'm in tune with my horse, and my horse is listening to what we're asking, and just that we're both warmed up and ready to go. I'm constantly talking with my staff that are there. You know, how many, you know, they know my routine now, so they tell me when there's 10 before me. When there's 10 before me, hopefully I've lengthened, shortened, got nicely warmed up, and I come back to walk and give the horse a breather for probably 2 riders, and then we go and start to try to get the practice jump. When there's 8 out is when I like to start jumping, and then I jump the vertical up to a bigger height. When I'm happy with that, move on to the oxer, get them stretching. Then I like to walk for a bit, and then depending how long you have to wait, whether I jump another oxer, but ideally just hang around for not too long and then have my final vertical before I go. That's what works for me. Every rider's different. Some professional riders, they get on 20 out, you know, or longer, and some get on 11 out. You know, so I don't think there's any right or wrong, but I think you've just got to do what suits you and then stay consistent at that, you know, and your horse gets that consistency. They want that consistency. So they know our routine as well now, you know, and it's always the same. 16 out, we start, you know, so it's very consistent, and I think that's important. So yeah, I think that's, hopefully I'll just warm up how I normally would at a show, and hopefully you can maybe hopefully take a couple of points, and it might just help you. So I'm already warmed up with Vince. We've kind of had a canter round and lengthened, shortened. I've been working my way there, so we're kind of ready to go, but I'll just loosen him up a bit there. I've been standing still for a minute. So yeah, I think I like to, it's just a personal thing, but I like to, if I jump twice off of one, I like jumping twice off of one rein and then try to jump off the other rein as well. Even if the Clifton ring's tight or whatever, I'm always trying to get the same off of both reins, you know, in an ideal world, but depends how big or small the Clifton ring is. And you're constantly, you know, the warm-up is the warm-up, you know, it's not about who can jump the biggest or whatever. It's about warming your horse up, staying in partnership with your horse, that you know feel how it's going. You know, and if something doesn't feel good, if you think, oh, too far off the jump or whatever, then go and jump it again. You know, and you need to have someone on the ground that you know, can say they kind of know what we want, and they kind of know if it looked good or bad, and you got to be maybe sharp in telling them, oh, I want to jump that one more time, just so it doesn't go up. And then you'll find that people are very accommodating then. You know, if we all need to work together. Oh, good boy. We all need to learn to work together in the collecting ring, and it's, you know, it's important. We'll go bigger, please, Steph. When it feels good, I go bigger. You know, if it doesn't, I'd maybe come and jump one more time, whatever. It's just what you feel, you know. Stay relaxed in what you're doing. Boy. And when you're 8 out, you've got, well, I feel I've got, good lad, I've got kind of plenty time then, you know. Now, if I'm at show, I might jump one more time, a bit bigger, whatever. Sometimes it's, I only jump that height. Everyone's a bit different. Again, it's what you feel with your horse. We can go a bit bigger and then start in the oxer, for example. But when that feels good, you know, I've probably, what have I jumped? 2 off the left, 2 off the right. We'll go a bit bigger, please, Steph. 1 off the left, and then I'm kind of ready for my oxer. And that's kind of my routine, really, if all goes well, you know. If I'm too far off, or I think they give a bit of a bad jump, just keep it the same height, come round, jump, pop the jump again. You know, just you know, you're getting warmed up, ready for what we want to go and do in the arena. Boy, good. Okay, so now's the time that we've jumped we've built our fence bigger at the vertical. Now's the time that we can come back to walk, check with who's hopefully helping you, you know, how many have we got, where are we at, and ideally now you should be, if we're 6 out, that's good. But again, if you're 5 out or less or more, you know, don't let that get you worked up and stressed, you know. Just stay calm. If you've only 4, then you want to try and, as quick as you can, try and get the smaller oxer and get going. If you've still got a few more, you know, it doesn't take that long to just do what I've done there. There might still be 7 horses before you. Then this is your chance to come back to walk, give the horses a breather, because when we're starting again on the oxer, it's small again. So it's not like we're suddenly going to a big jump again. So this is our chance. Walk, keep an eye on what's going on in the ring, or hopefully your person that's helping you will do that. They'll tell you, right, okay, we've got 6 before us, and okay, right, we're try and get a small oxer then and get started on the oxer, and then we're good to get going for the oxer then. Good. And I always jump an oxer and go wider. Please, Steph. I always keep it the same height and just go wider. That's just what I do. Everyone can be a bit different. As I said, there's no right or wrong. You know, it's just what suits you and works for you. And your horse, obviously. It's you know, every horse can be a bit different, but still my okay, we'll go bigger there, please, Steph. But still, even though every horse is different, my routine is pretty similar, you know. Okay, I've maybe got a sharp horse or whatever that might pop another small jump if it didn't feel good or whatever, but I try to stick to my routine that I know works and I'm happy and confident with, and I feel the horses are as well. So again, maybe a couple of times off the left rein. Might keep the same height there. Go maybe a bit wider stiff. Good boy. Good boy. You let. Good, okay, bigger please. Okay, so again, I'm like twice off the right, twice off the left, and then might let him walk for a minute just till it goes bigger. But I think the main oh, I wish I'd listened to my English teacher more at school. My English would come out better. What am I trying to say? I think you've got to just find what works for you and try and get that consistency and get that sort of routine that you know works, and then try and stick with that. And that's I think the best bit of advice I can give, and hopefully you can take something from that. So it's okay when you've jumped that a few times, you can walk for a minute again, maybe have a little check where we are, probably 2 out, maybe 3 out, whatever. Good. Boy fence. And okay, maybe depending on what I'm going into, you know, if maybe I'm going into a big 160 course, I might go up again and a little bit wider. But when that feels good, I really don't jump so much. What have I jumped? Probably 6 verticals, 6 oxers by the end. I'd walk at the end. Hopefully there's one before me. I want to get up to the ring so that I'm prepared. I don't want to be rushing into the ring. I want to be watching one and then go in. So if there's, I don't know, 2 or 1 before you, okay, you've got to take into consideration how long it takes you to get to the ring, because different places, different venues, it might take longer. Stuttgart, for example, we warm up quite far away, so we want to be going down maybe 2 before us. There's a big screen there so we can watch it. That's, you know, it's brilliant. At the 5-star level, it's quite easy to follow. But whatever level you're at, as long as you have someone on the ground that knows what we're wanting and what's going to help us be prepared earlier, and it's going to make everyone's life a lot easier. But like Stuttgart, for example, would warm up, maybe start jumping 9 out, for example, you know. So you've got to take all that into consideration. It's just a bit of an example of kind of what kind of works for me, and hopefully you've got, we'll go a bit bigger stuff for the vertical, and a bit more ground line, please. And then just when we've got our 1 before us, 2 before us, whatever we want to finish on a nice note. We want to get that feeling that they're giving a nice jump. So we just want to ride how we would ride in the ring. And you know, if you're happy with that, you go. If you're not, go and pop it one more time. That you're just confident that you've done everything right and you're ready to go in the ring and give you and the horse's best performance, hopefully. So hopefully that's helped you. I think probably just to quickly recap, don't be late, you know, be organised, you know, try and be on time, because you don't want to get stressed, you don't want to get the horse stressed. You want to have time to warm up as much as you want, that you're happy, you're going into the arena happy, confident in your head, and yeah, hopefully you're not going to have problems because of what's went wrong in the collecting ring. Hopefully you're prepared, ready to go.